Hey you guys, this is Jason and you're watching Ray of Light Tarot. It's Friday Night Live. I'm going to be doing mini readings for the people I have on the list and for anyone else who would like to be added to the list. I'm happy to be with you tonight and I hope you're all doing well, having a good week and ready for the weekend. I know I sure am. So what we're going to do is I'm going to be starting. I have a list I'm working from. So the first person on my list is actually from a little while back before I took my break, and it's Sparky. So what I've got Sparky's question, and so I'm going to start with her question, and then I've got a few people on the list who I'll get to as we go. So I'm just going to get right into it with a quick intention, affirmation, and then move into the readings. Hey Joan, nice to see you. How are you doing? Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Angels, Archangels, Spirit Guides, Ancestors. Hey, Valerie, I have you on the list. Thank you, Archangels, Michael, Raphael, Gabriel. Thank you for the clear and direct messages. All right, so Sparky wanted to know, you'd like some guidance about your current situation with a Libra and where things are, where they're headed. So let's look at that for Sparky. And then next, Valerie, you're next on the list. Show me what Sparky needs to know about her situation with this Libra. Emperor and Empress card both came out side by side, which is kind of interesting. Wow. Okay, this is really interesting. So I haven't talked to you, Sparky, since I've been on a little bit of a hiatus. It looks really good. Look at this. So where you guys have been, I know you're kind of, when you asked the question, it was kind of uncertain. It looks really good right now. You've got the Ten of Pentacles coming out, the Emperor, the Empress, and then you also have the High Priestess card and the Knight of Cups. So there's a lot of confirmations here right off the bat about the potential for this connection with this Libra energy and where it can go. The current energy is the Chariot card. Behind that is the Hierophant. So there's a lot of intentional, I feel a lot of intentional energy with this. It feels like, and it's kind of like when your heart starts to beat in your throat. There's a lot of, it's really strange. There's a lot of anticipation in all of this. So it doesn't feel like anyone is certain where this is headed, but based on the cards, it's meant to be. It's really, this is something that's destined, and it's going to be this Ten of Pentacles for me. It's not just like it's going to be very abundant. There's going to be a lot of value in this, but for me, this is a longevity thing. It's going to be long term. There's going to be long term added value. It feels really good. I really like that the Emperor and the Empress came out side by side too. That to me, when I see those cards come out side by side like that, that's a confirmation also from Spirit that the whole is greater than the parts. Like this connection, this thing that you two form when you come together, has potential to really make you both fulfilled and, feeling, I think your vibration is going to go from like here to here because of this connection, the connectivity, the energy in this. The High Priestess card to me does suggest a little bit about where you need to be in the feminine energy, because these two cards came out after the Emperor and Empress. And so the High Priestess card is about making sure that your connection stays where it needs to be. So your focus needs to stay on your connection to Source, right? When I see the High Priestess card, it sort of makes me think of the sign of Virgo, even though it's not a Virgo card, because Virgo is the virgin, right? She's got that connection to the divine. She's the virgin. She's always seeking perfection. She's seeking her perfect mate. Well, the High Priestess is so often like a card that is only satisfied when there's perfection, because she sets her sights on the divine. And it's sort of saying to do that to me, like that you can safely do that, because the person who's going to be moving here is the male energy. right? The male, the well, I shouldn't say male because it's not a gender thing. The masculine energy, okay, is going to be moving here. This is the energy in movement, and this is the energy that's more in place. So I like that as well. So in order to make forward movement, though, you guys have to be matching each other, right? You've got this black horse and this white horse, right? There's that light and darkness, that balance, that yin and yang balance. And in order for this to move forward, to move on, they have to match. They have to be in balance and be matching each other. So that's where what you're waiting to happen. And it's not really anything you're going to be doing. You have to stay. What you have to be doing is staying in place and anchoring your energy, right? And focusing on keeping that balance and that connection for yourself, not to that person, but to source. And as you do that, that's going to allow all the other moving parts to catch up with you and to move forward. I mean, God, these are great cards. Really, really good cards. Like super, super. I mean, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 of these cards are major arcanas. 5 of these cards are major arcanas. That's a pretty big confirmation that what you're doing is divinely guided. What you're doing is a part of the destiny that you're creating, and it's something that is going to, this connection is making you both better, stronger, and able to vibe higher than you do separately. So I would just trust in it. Veer into that high priestess energy. Hey, Sparky, this is for Sparky. Sparky, this is actually your reading I'm doing right now. So I don't know if you're hearing this, but this was yours. So if you missed part of it, go back and rewatch it. Really good stuff. Really good. All right. Yeah, I already answered your question, Rita, remember? Very good stuff. It's really good cards. Really good cards, Sparky. Okay, next is Valerie. Valerie. What's your question, Valerie? What is happening with my Aries, and is there any movement towards communication? Feeling like he needs a friend right now. Okay. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I know what it was, Rita. The last time you had mentioned that to me, I went and checked. I never received that payment. What you need to do is go in and dispute that payment because it may have gone to the wrong place. That's what it was. I think you're right about him needing a friend right now. You know what's funny? Look at what card. I told you guys this happens all the time. Look at this, Valerie. See how my cards are? And look what's turned over. Look at the only card that's turned over. The 5 of Pentacles. This happens, and when I was shuffling, I swear, I must have turned that card over, or something, some energy turned that card over when I was shuffling and I didn't realize it. The minute you said that, this card was turned over. That's exactly what this card really represents, is a feeling of being left out in the cold, or a feeling of being isolated. So this is so interesting to me that you were just saying that you feel like, you know, your soul partner may need a friend right now, or may, you know, be in a little bit of a bad spot. I don't know if this necessarily means that your soul partner is experiencing movement. I'll look at what else comes out and see, but I think this definitely represents to me that your feeling is on point. You're in the right zone of what's happening. So that's really accurate. Very accurate. Yeah, okay, I'll go look, Rita. I'll definitely go look, because there was some discrepancy. I do remember. Definitely, I will look on that. Okay, back to your reading, Valerie. You're welcome. still going to go in order, guys. Yeah, it's very much what you're feeling. I do see some movement. What I also see, Valerie, is this person is really looking. I don't know if it's just to you. I feel like this person is looking to a role. It's interesting. I don't know if he is looking for someone to sort of set a tone in this of like when you kind of are in a place of looking for someone to like remind you that it's going to be okay, like someone who can sort of show you like, no, it's not that bad, like, see, you're just in a bad place. I get this sense with the Page of Swords and the looking at the King of Wands. I don't know if it's that he's looking at like someone who is an influencer or someone who can be maybe a role model, or if he's looking at a part of himself that he wishes he could sort of like awaken again. It's very strange looking at these two cards. That's what I get the feeling of. There's something missing here. Yeah, definitely this card was right. And then the Five of Cups also came out. So the shift that's happening, he's in this Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups energy that's very, very downward pulling, but there's a spark. He's trying to get a spark going again to do something he wants to do. He's got the Nine of Cups card in his current energy in reverse. So he feels like nothing he wants to happen. Like he's got all these hopes and dreams and things he wishes would get better or improve, and it's not happening for him. He feels very frustrated that his wishes and hopes and dreams feel like they're stagnant, like they're sort of bumping up against a wall, okay? And that can be frustrating for all of us. We all go through periods of time where, what you really have to do when you feel that way is change directions, because if you're bumping up against a wall, it means you're pushing up against spirit, and the timing's either not right, maybe something's not meant for you at all, or the timing's just not right. There's some reason that you're hitting that wall, and it's usually to do with needing to just change directions, find another way. He is coming into the Knight of Cups energy, so that's really good, and then also the Eight of Pentacles. So I don't know what's shifting. There's some kind of spark that's going to sort of light up, and it is going to allow him to move into an energy where he's putting in the work, seeing results, and offering some kind of change in his life, offering someone love, looking for some kind of change in his life. Those are the things that are happening at the close of this energy of kind of being stagnant and looking to either someone to inspire him or looking within himself for inspiration. He's trying to find inspiration really, really badly right now. But I would say, yeah, you really keyed in on that feeling really well, because that's Five of Pentacles and Five of Cups. There's just a lot of like morose energy surrounding this reading for him, and I'm not really sure I'm not really sure why that is, but it feels morose, and that can get kind of bad. But it looks like something is going to shift. I'm trying to get kind of a grasp on when or how. The good thing about this energy that he's in, and I would remember this, Val, is when we get put alone, when we get put by ourselves in time out like that, where we're just kind of feeling left out in the cold, a lot of times that's a great place to be, because spirit can work with us that way. Like when we're like that, that's a great time for our guides and our team to kind of be able to reach us in ways that they can't when we're feeling different or we're surrounded by people and, a lot of good things. So I feel like that might be part of it, but I definitely feel like he's looking for inspiration and looking for a spark somewhere. So that's on the way. It's on the way for sure, because we're moving into Knight of Cups and Eight of Pentacles. So I don't think this energy is going to last too long, which is good. Malia. Oh, I'm sorry. Kimberly, then Malia. Kimberly. Where's Kimberly? Is Kimberly here? I don't see Kimberly in here. I don't know. Are you here, Kimberly? Kimberly. So hold on. Here's the list that I have right now. I have Kimberly, Malia, and Julene. Kimberly, Malia, and Julene. And the list is open, guys. If you want to get on the list, it's $25, and now is the chance. I probably won't be live again for at least a week and a half to 2 weeks. I'm not going to be live like 3 times a week like I was doing. That was just burning me out, and I felt like the readings were suffering for it, so it's going to be quite less regularly. So I've got Kimberly, Malia, and Julene. Who is here? Kimberly. Oh, and Rita. Yeah, Rita. Rita. Let me check that now, Rita. When did you send that payment, Rita, and where did you send it to? Can you check where you sent that payment to? Hey, Malia, go ahead and put your question up. Because there was some discrepancy with that. I can't remember what it was. To the nhjost92@gmail.com is the Facebook you sent it to, right? NHJOOST92. Hold on, I'm checking that now on his 29 October activity. Yeah. Colleen Bradshaw sent a payment on the 29th of October, and that's it. And I did Colleen's. There's none from you on the 29th of October, Rita. I can show you the list, see? It's not here. So I don't know. Check where you sent it to, and if it was some other, I only have this PayPal. I don't have another anymore. If it was, you need to dispute it, Rita. Go ahead and dispute that so they refund you, because it went to the wrong place. It wasn't to me. The PayPal you would send it to is nhjoost92@gmail.com. Okay, sweetie? All right. So, Malia, what is your question? I know, Sparky, those cards were like, what? They were fire. They were fire. They made me feel good. I guess it was worth the wait because you've been having to wait. Sparky booked a reading after the last time we were like face-to-face live together, and then I ended up feeling horrible and not being able to come on. What do you see from me finance-wise over the next year? Guidance welcome. You got it, my girl. You got it, my girl. Rita, you probably, I don't know if you're still here, Rita. You may have sent it to like an old PayPal that I used to use. If you did, like I said, there's no way for me to access it to send it back to you. But what you can do, if they did for some reason let that PayPal accept the payment, you need to just dispute it, and PayPal will refund you. And then if you still want a reading, you're welcome to send it to the nhjoost92@gmail.com. Yes, no Jost. Okay. Show me what's in the future for Malia regarding finance and anything else she needs to know about. Wow, Malia. Good things coming. Rebecca, what's up? Rebecca. Oh my gosh. I haven't seen you in so long. It's weird. Rebecca. Okay. Rebecca. I've been thinking about you. I've been looking for some reason I'm sorry, let me say this real quick. Rebecca, I've been feeling like you wanted to tell me something, and I keep looking in my Skype messages to see if you messaged me. Isn't that weird? Like, I don't know why. I just kept feeling like I've been in almost like isolation the past couple weeks, like quarantined, because I kind of thought I might have coronavirus for a little while, but it was just like my energy was getting drained. But, for some reason, since I've done that, like obviously my connectivity has been super high to like the spirit world. And I just felt like for some reason I kept thinking of your name and seeing you, and I kind of felt like I needed to talk to you. So it's really interesting. So very, very interesting. I can tell. You're going to spot for Rita tonight. Okay, that's so sweet, Sparky. So Rita, Sparky is going to purchase a reading for you, Rita. So I'm going to add you to my list. I think somebody else did that for Rita before too. That's so nice when people do that. Malia, good cards for you, babe. Okay, so you've got a couple major arcana as well. You're at a point, Malia, where I don't know if you're taking on, if again, and I think this came through the last time I read for you live, like a private one-on-one. I don't know if you've got, I don't know if you're either moving, if you're in like an upwardly mobile position where you already work, or if you're taking on something extra. But usually this Three of Cups like this is a collaboration. You know, those two cups being poured into one, that cup is overflowing. Yes, you are. Okay, yeah. There's like this feeling of like abundance flowing in. But be careful. Here's the thing. This is good stuff, but here's what you need to do. The next card coming out for you is the World. You need to be very, very deliberate and careful, my friend, to not take on so much that it throws you out of balance, because the World suggests that as you do this, there are parts and elements of your past that are going to wrap up. And that's always how this happens, guys. You know, I think that's why sometimes we get sad when we say goodbye to people and stuff, because we never want to lose people that we love in our lives, but change is the inevitable part of this realm, right? This realm and this existence is all about change, and people come and people go, and things are always in movement, because movement is life. And what this tells me is, this movement, whatever you're doing, you're bringing in so much, and it's all good financially, especially, it's abundance, but there's not enough room for everything you value. And what that means is cycles are closing as you're not, it's not a straight line forward or up. It's a circular line up, right? But as you do this and you spiral upward, you're closing out old cycles, and things are falling away as things are coming in. So it's kind of like it's like pouring into a, what are those things? A funnel, right? You know, except some things have to sort of have to fall away. And that's really the important thing with this World card. Remember, for you, anything that throws off your feeling of balance, your feeling of being you know, in some way, even though we're not really in control, but your feeling of being in some way in control, or at least in an ability to manage everything, let it fall away. Don't grasp for things, because you don't want to end up in that sort of Four of Pentacles energy where you're like, oh my God, I can't carry all this stuff. Just be careful. Now, you've got the Knight of Swords coming towards you. This feels like an energy where someone's rushing in, and it's really hard, especially, this is a soul connection. It's really difficult for those of us who are empathic when we have these deep, you know, abiding, unconditional love-based soul connections where if someone comes in that we really love, the last thing we want to do is turn someone away or hurt them. However, you need to know that this person's kind of rushing in, and it may be a test. So anytime we have a test, what do we want to do when we have a test? We want to pass the test. So make sure that if something comes rushing in a janky manner, you're not just like, oh, what can I do for you? Right? Like, this energy doesn't feel so good. It feels a little bit off. And your whole thing is about being in balance. I've been having a lot of those dreams as well. I had a dream about a wedding that I was watching the other night. It was so weird. Yeah, there's a lot of that type of thing, and I think that's understandable. I know what you're saying. But this is about a specific person and their energy being way out of left field, and I don't think you're supposed to deal with it well, because you've got the Eight of Cups here. You've also got the Death card. But trust this. Trust your heart and trust your judgment, because here's the thing. The Eight of Cups and the Death card, not allowing this energy in, instead of thinking, oh no, if I don't allow this energy in, it's going to like blow up. No, it's actually what's going to lead to the right energy coming in. You've got the Ten of Cups as an outcome card. Judgment in your foundational energy, with the Two of Cups behind that. So a lot of this feels to me like there's a test coming in. You've got big growth. The financial stuff you asked about is there. I see that sort of like taking on a lot. But right when you're feeling, you know, that's always how this happens too. It's like, it feels like people have a radar. Like, let me throw somebody off their game a little bit. It's a test, and it doesn't want, reacting the right way to the test doesn't have anything to do with the ending. Because if you do that, the ending's don't feel like it's going to screw up your ending. It's going to help your ending. But there's got to be a major transformation here, and you're going to be a catalyst in that transformation. Just remember that, right? If you just pass the test, focus on this, stay focused on the World. I'll talk to you. I'm going to message you privately as well about this. Stay focused on your energy, keeping your energy protected from weirdos. Keep the weirdos out. Protect your energy and stay in balance, okay? Good thing. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, next was wait, is Kimberly. There's Kimberly. It says pending, and it is yeah, it's not in my account. And if it says pending to you, that means it never went through. So it didn't show up as pending or anything else. But I don't know, why does it say pending, Rita? But what I would do if I were you is, since Sparky is paying for you tonight as a kindness and going to cover it, what I would do if I were you is just go ahead and cancel that, because that something's wrong with that payment. Yeah, I would just cancel it, because that never came through. All right. So Kimberly, did you put your question up, Kimberly? Ooh, a live crystal auction. I want some rose quartz. I need some of that rose quartz. Any room on the... Yeah, I think there's room on the list. Yes, Colleen. Yes. Yeah, so Kimberly, Julene, Deborah, and then Rita. Kimberly, Julene, Deborah, and Rita. Colleen, where did you send it to? The PayPal? So go ahead, Kimberly. I'd like to know about the job. Ooh, a rose quartz singing bowl. Yes, that would be very nice. About the job promotion that I interviewed for Tuesday Network. Okay, Colleen. For Tuesday Network Coordinator, Amazon, one of the 2 finalists. Okay. Oh, I don't have a P.O. box right now. I need to take my P.O. box off of my about section. I don't have a P.O. box right now. I forgot to extend my P.O. box. You know. Okay. I can get you tonight. I'm sure I can. Now that I'm not doing these minis as often, my energy should sustain a lot better. What's the outlook for this job Kimberly's interested in? Okay. Wait. Okay. Yeah, I think this is good. I think you know, it looks good. The outlook is really good. You're gonna have to. It's not gonna be easy. Whatever this entails, it wouldn't. Like, you have to decide right now. You've got the 8 of Cups first and foremost, and then you've got the 9 of Cups and the Justice card, upright Justice card. So that's all really good. You've also got the 4 of Wands here with the Queen of Wands sort of descending on that. What I would say is, I don't know if this is a relationship. There's a King of Swords energy. You're going to have to, there's some things in your life that you're going to have to sacrifice for this to work out the way you really want it to. You're at a place where it's like it's kind of what I was saying to Malia. It's a little bit of a similar energy to what I was getting from Malia, where you can easily get what you want here, but you've kind of got to sacrifice some. This is one of those times where you can have it all, but you can't have it all at the same time, right? So there are things that you're going to have to give up in order to move toward this, right? So you've got to say, okay, is it worth it for me to maybe let go of these things in order to move toward this stuff? So if it's worth it for you, it's going to be great. Justice is here. You've got accumulated really good karma here. There are good things coming for you. What are y'all talking about? Bovine. I have no idea what you're talking about, but what I would say is this looks and feels good. The Queen of Wands suggests to me you're going to have to work hard. Like, this is not going to be easy, but you can do this. It's going to require you to really be in that energy. And I think it's an energy that you are very good at embodying. I don't think it'll be a problem for you, but it's not going to be something that just anyone could do. You've really got to embrace an energy of go-getter, being a go-getter, and really, you know, going after what it is you desire, guys. Like, that's where, here's the thing. Like, where we're at right now in our country, there's all of this like conspiracy theories flying around, and people want to hear things. But see, everything is supply and demand, right? Right. It's supply and demand. Why is there such a large amount of conspiratorial people, coming up with outlandish things? Because there's a large amount of people who are disgruntled and looking to believe those things. There's a demand for it, right? So with this, it's sort of like supply and demand economics, supply side economics. You can't just go and become this great thing, right? Without the demand for it, and you also can't do it if you're still doing something else. There's a lot of things you're gonna have. This is definitely letting go. This is an energy of releasing and letting go. So right now you're being guided. If you want this, if it's for you, not just a new job, but a sort of a promotion from within. If you want this, you got the accumulated good karma to get it, but you have to decide right now to start releasing some things. Does that make sense to you, Kim? Like, I hope that you know what this is. You're pretty attuned. I think this is going to make sense to you. There's things you've got to go ahead now and get into releasing mode so that you can next be in receiving mode, okay? Four of Wands, that's an outcome for you. You're gonna get a lot of beautiful things as the result of this, and there's a really beautiful friendship, I think, with someone in the future, and that's always great, right? You're also going to be seeing a lot of truth, right? You've got the Seven of Swords here in reverse. The more you jump into that sort of Queen of Wands energy of going after what it is you truly want, a lot of the untruths that have held you back in the past are going to be so clear to you, which is going to be really beautiful. So I really like it. But I see no reason that this can't work out for you. No reason at all. Julene, what's your question? Morganite crystal is great for love also. For me, I would like rose quartz. It's not so much for love, but for my own heart. Like for the healing of my own heart. Not necessarily looking for love, but looking more for healing. If anyone wants to send me some rose quartz, I need to get a new P.O. box. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Julene, is Julene here? Julene. Deborah N as in Nolan. And then we'll do Colleen. And then Rita. Oh, there's Julene. Hi, good to see you. What do I need to know about the energies surrounding my connection and my relationship with my Aries? Good to see you too. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I've got to get a, oh, wait a minute. Look at Mimi's message. My cat Ralphie passed. He was 20 years old. I'm heartbroken, please. Oh, I'm so sorry. Guys, hold space for Mimi. 20 years. It's a long time. The good thing about that is Ralphie, with animals, my experience, you know what, like they reincarnate. If they're not moving on to something else, they reincarnate really quick and come back to you. Like Bentley, he looks nothing like Jake, my golden retriever when I was a kid, but I know it's him. Like he's the dog. He's Jake/Bentley. So hopefully Ralphie's going to come back around to you, unless Ralphie's already done with all that and going on to something even greater, in which case you should be really happy for Ralphie, right? But I send you a lot of love. Ralphie. What does Julian need to know about her situation with her Aries? Julene, are you guys in a separation energy? There's this a lot of a card. This is the Temperance card. You know, the Temperance doesn't always necessarily mean separation, but it means like, for me, with the minute I see this card, what I'm starting to feel right now is kind of like it's not where it needs to be. Like this, look at this. So Temperance it's a good card for where things are going, but usually when the Temperance card comes out, things aren't where they need or you want them to be. So that can be a little bit frustrating. But the good thing about Temperance, number one, it's a major arcana. Number two, it's confirmation that the energies are being worked out. You can put your worry and your trust in the fact that the energies are being worked out, okay? And then you've got the Ten of Pentacles here in the current energy. So that's another reminder. What is this? I was just talking about the Ten of Pentacles. This is confirmation of two things. Number one, there's a lot of value in this connection, Julene. And you know that, but maybe you need to be reminded of that. There is so much value in this connection, and it's not going to be a short-term thing. It's a long-term thing, and it's going to improve, okay? So keep that in mind, too. It is long-term, and it's going to improve. You've got the Queen of Cups here, so you're in a really strong place. Make sure not to focus on other people less than yourself. You've got 3 people in your life that are getting a lot of your attention, and you need to give a lot more of it to yourself. There's 3 people here. It needs to go more to you than to anyone else right now, because part of that is that ego death here, 5 of Swords. There's still too much combative energy when Spirit is trying to use your light to heal these people and to help them come to where they need to be. There's too much combative energy. There's too much draining. I don't know. That's what I'm seeing. 3 people. So, I don't know. And that energy needs to go more to you. You're not getting enough. You're not giving yourself enough of yourself. You're not giving yourself enough of yourself. I don't know. 7 of Pentacles. When it comes to the connection with your Aries, you know, it's not your season yet. Everybody has their season. I know for a fact, I know 100% beyond a shadow of a doubt that I am an awakened twin soul on that type of journey. But I also know it is not the season for me to be in union with anybody. Like, I know that. I'm okay with that. That's the way life is, and I'm okay. Like, it's just not your season yet. And that's okay. You know that a little bit too. It's coming, and so you're already looking, right? When it's almost time, you start to look and go, okay. But it's not quite there. Again, things that are manifesting into the physical right now, you feel them before you see them. So there are things happening. You've got the 2 of Cups here as a confirmation, but you're going to feel them more before you see them. I can feel a lot of things in my life that have shifted just in the last week or 2. I can feel them. Haven't seen them manifest yet, but I can feel them really strongly. But nothing I didn't change much, but I can feel them. So that's kind of what I see for you. Just remember, with this Temperance card, things are being... It's alchemy. That's what it is. It's just alchemy. All the parts are being worked out so that your highest good and your highest desires can meet in the middle. And that's a good place to be, okay? I really like this, that the 10 of Pentacles is coming out too, and as being in your current energy, because that says that no matter where things go, you know that you're on a long-term journey, and there's so much added value to this path. But I would definitely say, save a little bit of your... those 3 lotus flowers, and then the one in your hand represented you. And so the one in your hand was not getting enough attention. The 3 lotus flowers around you were getting too much attention. They're like in the sun and the water. They're beautiful and shiny, and the one in your hand was wilted. So I want you to give yourself more than you're giving to the people in your life. Whether it's 3 specific people or not, give yourself a little more for a minute, and a little less worry about the people in your life, okay? All right. Deborah in Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome, Julene. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. I'm like, Clary, I need to have my roots done. No, I'm just kidding. I think I'm going to let the brown grow out a little bit, or the dishwater, or whatever color it naturally is. Show me what Deborah. It's time. Thank you. Deborah, what's going on? You've got the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Swords coming out right off the bat. Get off my bench! You've got the Three of Swords and the Five of Pentacles right off the bat. There's this signaling to me that you may be a little bit, we all get the blues sometimes, but if it gets to a point where you're feeling a little bit like you're not, like people just aren't resonating with you and you're feeling sort of boxed in or alone, reach out. Email me, message me. There's always someone because I know it's hard to find people who actually understand your experience sometimes, right? Because, there are a lot of people out there that lead with, do you know Jesus? Well, that's all good and fine, but I don't think that's how you save someone's soul. I don't think, being arrogant and, talking about what you've got that they don't have is the way that you reach people. And I feel like a lot of people sometimes feel like the rest of the world is not understanding their plight and what they're going through. And that's what these cards feel like. There's a lot of loneliness in both of these cards. And I just want you to know, there are people out there who understand an experience that's maybe not a mainstream experience. And I know, because I know that you're going through with your partner, soul partner, it's probably not exactly where you want it to be. I just see this person as barefoot, and that's not, this is to the point where you start to go, okay, you deserve, just know that you deserve as much as anyone else. And sometimes you just have to kind of say that out loud a little bit. You got the Four of Cups too in reverse. It's okay. Thank you. Okay, so what's happening is sometimes we can be on a journey where you get frustrated because you feel like you've done what you can and it's no longer even in your control and it's not going the way you hoped. So if you're at a place where you're hitting a wall or you're reaching frustration, remember, there's a reason for that too. And it's probably because either A, there's something, usually right when nothing's happening, it's because something big is about to happen. That in my own life has been the case a lot of times. Right when you feel like, gosh, nothing's happening, it's because something huge is really about to happen. You're coming into this energy of Queen of Pentacles. So a lot of the areas of your life where you've had frustration, that's going to change, and it's going to change quickly. It's going to change quickly and unexpectedly. I don't know why you're experiencing a lot of loss right now. It feels like you're seeing a lot of things that aren't making you feel good right now, like in life or a lot. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's what you do for a living, maybe. It feels like something in your existence is just making you feel really not excited about the future, like really pessimistic. Maybe not even personally, but about the future of the world or something. This feels just very pessimistic and very sad, very disappointed. So what I want you to know is things change so quickly, right? And I get it. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in the world right now, right? Half the people believe one thing, half the people believe in facts that aren't even facts because they make them feel good and it's what they want to hear. I mean, that's not reality, right? So I get that. I understand how that can be frustrating, but just remember, that's going to change like that because guess what? Nothing stands forever. And the more you see, and here's what is going on. The more you see something and you just feel in your bones that it's wrong, that's going to shift. That's going to change. I promise it's going to change. You need to focus on your responsibility because you have the ability to be the light. You know how when you're a kid and you want a little nightlight because it's so dark in your room? You need to be, that's how the world is right now. It's a dark place. Even the people who claim to be people of faith, they're leading with a lot of darkness and negativity and hurtfulness, a lot of them. And so what does that mean? It means it's your responsibility as a true person of light to be that nightlight in the darkness, to be that person that changes instead of letting yourself get, and it's so hard. I've learned you have to really you have to cut yourself off sometimes and really recharge because it's really easy to get pulled into that and just to be part of the darkness. But you specifically, you have the magician here. Like you have everything you need to be what you need to be. And also, remember, part of your story hasn't even been written yet, and you know who and what it involves, but to get to that, you can't let the darkness pull you in and make you a part of it. You can't let the darkness pull you into all this and make you become an unwitting member of the darkness. Like, and I'm not saying like that you would be participating in it, but sometimes we just get so our light gets so diminished and silenced by all the darkness around us and the cruelty that we become almost an unwitting part of it, right? You don't have to do that. You have the tools you need. You have the abilities. You just have to connect to what you can't always find it. So just reach out and look harder. You have to kind of look harder and look further, like look out past the darkness around you to the light that's a little further away. You'll find it. You're coming into this Queen of Pentacles energy, which to me says not only are you going to be able to raise your own vibration, but you're going to be able to be a light and a value for others. That's what this feels like. That pinnacle is not your pinnacle to hold. It's your pinnacle to offer to someone else. But you can't be that light to others until you have gotten yourself back to where you need to be. And it's very much where you're at right now. There's some kind of a mental energy you're under a mental attack. The Knight of Swords is there in your current energy, and it seems like a mental attack. It feels like some energy, some dark energy is trying to attack you. It's like a psychic attack. What I would say to you, you need to do now more than ever, positive affirmations every single day, morning and night. You need to also do a meditation to protect your energy. You need to envision a shield around you, okay? And make it so strong and so fortress that the only things that get through that shield are love, unconditional love, and light. The rest is going to bounce off you and go right back to the place that it came from. You've got to do that. You really have to do that right now, okay? All of us have to do that right now. Just look at what's going on in the United States alone, the craziness around here, right? I mean, our democracy is on the verge of falling apart because of one person's lies. It's crazy. So be careful. Be careful. I know, it's true. So, alrighty then. So next was LR, I don't have you on my list, babes. Next was Rita. Is Rita still here? But what I was going to say is, don't worry, it won't fall apart, I promise. It's stronger than that. The list is still open, Miss Ann. Yes, it is. Relation with a man off right now. What is your guys? So I've got, let me just, for the people who are waiting, I've got Rita, Colleen, and then Rebecca. Is that everybody so far? I think that's everybody that I see. Is it worth it? Yeah, cancel the payment you sent, Rita. I'm doing, oh, so it's 25, Van. I'm doing 25 now for my, just because I'm not going to be doing it as much, so I am going to do it for a little bit more. 25 or 25, 25. Yeah, I'm doing less minis now because I just get so drained from them that it was affecting my ability to do anything else. What's the guidance for Rita? So Rita, whatever it is you're dealing with, whoever it is you're dealing with, it's something is not. I know you're at kind of a place where you're not sure whether it's over. You've got the Ten of Swords in reverse. It's not ending. It may feel like it should have ended, right? It may feel like it should have ended. It's not totally over. But there is this defensive energy, right? You've got the Seven of Wands here. So someone's not really open to being in your... They're not open... They may be wanting to be in your life right now, but they're not open to participating in a reciprocal, equally transactional, beneficial and transactional relationship. And here's how it works, guys. Relationships, all of you people who are like, but I love them and I want to do this for them. No. Relationships in your life, you need to start looking at them like any other thing. It needs to be transactional. If it's not equally beneficial and transactional, in other words, if what you're putting down on the table, if they're picking it up, but they're not putting another card down for you, if it's not transactional in the way it needs to be, out, gone. This person is not there right now. They're not able to transact with you in the way you deserve. So out. You got to go. There's nothing else to say. Does that mean that you have to go forever? No. But it means that you're not going to sit in or around anything, chasing someone, waiting for something, where someone is not showing you the same degree of love and appreciation and cooperation that you're showing them. Gone. You've got something else you're supposed to be putting the work into right now, and it's yourself, right? Queen of Cups. You're supposed to be right now preparing yourself for something really good. You've got this deep healing you need to go through, and you've got to go and put this energy into you. Spirit is trying to cloak you in truth, okay? Spirit is trying to cloak you in truth. You've been through enough. I'm seeing this woman with a blindfold on walking through a crowd. You've been through enough situations where you've been sort of blind and not able to see things clearly, right? And I want you to know this person's watching everything you do. So that's how much it's not really over, because this person is watching every move you make, everything you do. And what you're moving toward, and I feel like this probably is a new energy. If it's not, if it is the person you're with now, then it's the changes coming as the result of you not settling for just anything. That King of Pentacles energy comes after this Moon card. You have to really go ahead and do this. No, I can't see what's going to change or when, because what's happening is it's all coming from within you. And the only way this can come from within you is for you to sort of break this down pretty easily. Pick up your cards and go home. Like you're not playing. You can't. It just doesn't work. Like this won't work. It's not going to work the way it is right now. Like I don't even see a point. It's like playing a card game. You're the only one at the table, though. That person is just there to try and, get all the aces. This is not fair. This is not fair. This is not equitable at all here. It doesn't feel good. What you're supposed to be working on is growing in your own truth, raising your vibration. And as you do that, what's going to happen is either this person or you are going to bring in a new person. Someone comes in as the King of Pentacles. That's value. That's someone willing to be stable, reliable, what you deserve. If that's the person you're currently dealing with, the only thing that gets them to this point is you not sitting in the energy waiting for them to change. You got to get with your own program here. So yeah, there is a change here, and it is this King of Pentacles coming in, but it doesn't happen until you go through this energy. This is that deep dive that allows real healing, and it's going to come from, I feel it's going to come from some loneliness, because that Moon card feels very lonely to me right now. So you kind of got to accept that. Well, not kind of, you've totally got to. You've got to accept that it's going to require you to be alone and to go through that loneliness and to just kind of accept that that's where you're at right now. Knowing that maybe it's not completely over, but it's definitely over for now, right? It's definitely over for now. So I wish you the best. That's making me really sweaty. Some hot energy. There's a lot of people around. I feel like you have a lot of people that have crossed over that are really around you right now, like loved ones, Rita. Close relatives. I don't know who this is. You have close relatives and loved ones that are surrounding you, really trying to to help bring change into your life. There was someone in your life, probably a male energy, because I don't know a lot of women who like snakes. Was there a man, grandfather or father, someone who loved snakes or like had pet snakes or something? There's someone around you that's passed on that is really has like a had like liked snakes. They liked snakes. I don't know what else to say. It's a male energy, maybe in his 50s, mid 50s. He loved snakes, and he's all around you, and he's really wants you to change what you're doing. He wants you to be happy, and he doesn't like the way things are. He feels like you settle for less all the time, and he's got a lot of anger about that because he doesn't want you to waste any time. It's not anger in the way that we experience anger in this life, but it's a frustration. It's an urgency that you need to act now. So ask some people around you if you have like a grandfather or somebody who was like he liked snakes. Okay. All right. Moving right along. Let's keep it moving. Rebecca. Rebecca. Yeah, guys, hold space for Rita. Derek is here with me, and I would like to know what you see for the two of us through the end of 2020 or anything else important you pick up on. Okay. Hey, Jane, nice to see you. You're welcome, Rita. Good luck. Let me know about the person that I connected with. I'm sure you'll find out soon who that was. I feel like it's a grandfather, maybe. Type of energy. Show me the end of the year for Rebecca and Derek. Ooh, the sun, nice. Hold on. So you guys are in some shifting energies too, for both of you. So Rebecca, oh man. Okay, so Rebecca, you've got the Sun card here, so that definitely tells me that you're going to have a lot of clarity of purpose as we move toward the end of the year. In other words, you're going to definitely know where you're headed, why you're headed there, what you're looking to do. Your energies are different. You're shifting energies, Rebecca. You're moving from the Queen of Cups in this relationship to the Queen of Wands, which tells me you're going to be very action-oriented, very passionate about what you're doing. You may have started out the relationship as very much the purveyor of truth, but also very loving and very emotional. You're becoming there's something that's sort of enrapturing you and getting you very active. This Derek, I guess, is the Hermit energy here. This is Virgo energy. So while he's going to be kind of going into his own, don't be worried when he goes into himself a little bit as the year comes to an end. I think he's going to be he's going through some major changes in his belief system. Some of the things that he's held to be true for a long time, he's finding out are not the case. That's not like the truths he's held to be self-evident are not necessarily the truth that he holds in his heart anymore. And so for him, it's a big transformation, a transformative energy. He's going down, it's always the Hermit card, but if you look down at the bottom of this card, there's this pathway, right? This sort of, it's like almost like a winding river, like going down the Nile River, or not the Nile, what's South America? The Amazon, the Amazon. That winding, long, never-ending river. There's a lot, there's just this experience. I feel like you're both doing the same thing, but you're doing it in different ways. What you've experienced has now put you into a place where you're feeling very passionate and action-oriented about something. You both are in this Three of Pentacles energy, which is building something new, and it's going to be worth it because you got the Ten of Pentacles right behind that. So that's all good, but what's getting you there is different things. For Derek, there's a lot of inner, look at the Hermits, that diamond heart. Like there's this inner, I don't know how to describe that, guys. All the energy going into the heart chakra to really affirm and transform something there for him. For you, it's more outside stuff. You're experiencing a lot of external joys and a lot of external transformations in your life. But for both of you, it's good and it feels good. And I like that. And for both of you, there's a building of something new. So all of this is good, but don't be surprised if some of your experiences are different, because his are going to be more internalized and yours are going to be more externalized. Okay, that's what's coming through for you guys. Oh my God, I hate when I get those weird, like with Rita's, whoever that was, it like makes me sweat. So weird. Super weird. Okay. Colleen is next. Colleen. You're welcome, Rebecca. And then Anne after that. I've been sending out my resumes. What's coming in for Colleen? Hold on, there's something turned over already. The Star. You know, Colleen, you've got the ability. You've got some really strong psychic abilities within you. I hope you tap into those, because, I mean, it's great to be open to it, right? And to have other people do it for you, but also the thing that's standing out to me about the Star card is that third eye. You've got some really strong psychic abilities that you should be tapping into of your own. And even regarding what you do for work, I'm not to say that you should be doing that, but I feel like you could be absolutely using your abilities to advance in any profession and to help you get where you need to be. So don't, right, well, that's great. And so don't just use your psychic abilities to read for people and to da-da-da-da-da. Use it in your line of work, wherever that may be, okay? You've also got the Strength card coming out, which is really a sign to me that you're at a place where a lot of doors are going to be opening up for you, because you're coming into a place of real balancing of your energies, right? The masculine within you, the feminine, they're finding a real place of balance. And when that happened for me, I remember the first time I saw an owl in front of my house in the daytime. And now, again, I've been seeing owls everywhere the last 2 weeks since I've really sort of reawakened. Owls everywhere. So it's such a symbol, right, of that wisdom coming in and that alignment. And for you, that's definitely here. Let me pull some cards about your question. It seems like everyone that gets readings from me is a reader themselves. I'm the reader of the readers. I read for the readers. And I love it. Okay. Yeah. So you're definitely at a place where all of the enlightenment and the wisdom you've gained over the last period of time, whether it's year or years, you're ready to move forward with that. And yeah, I used to not be able to read for myself. It's hard to get to read for yourself, isn't it? It's hardest of all. Because you know why? It's hard to remove your emotional attachment. But you can do it. What you have to do is make sure you get into that mindset before you read and ask the questions for yourself. You have to say it out loud. Okay, I'm not going to be emotionally invested in the answers. I just need the answers. And that works for me. So try that. I know, yeah, I know. So you've got the Eight of Wands and also the Hangman in reverse. Both of these suggest big movement forward, carrying your enlightenment with you and moving forward in a very real way. Be aware that there is a Seven of Cups attached to you and a relationship with this Knight of Pentacles energy. Hello, the Void. Nice to see you. This Seven of Cups attached to this Knight of Pentacles energy for you. What that is, to me, suggests that there's a lot of there's a connection that's very strong here, but what you need to be aware of, there's a lot of confusion and overwhelming energy, and you don't want that to confuse your work life, right? Love and money are so closely, like, they're two different things, but they're both about they're both are what we things that we do value. We value money, and we definitely value love, and so they are very closely connected. So if one's going well, a lot of times the other is going to go well. In this case, I do see there you run the risk of becoming a little overwhelmed if you don't prioritize and make sure that all the stuff that's led you to where you are, that you let that heal. You've got the Nine of Wands energy as sort of a crowning energy, and that means that you have a lot of pain, a lot of things that really need to come up for healing still, and it's a reality. It's not something to just brush off and say, oh, well, doesn't everybody have pain? Well, no, you've got pain that actually is manifest in your life in very real ways, and you don't want to let it stand in the way of forward movement, right? Because look what else you have as an outcome card, the Two of Cups. So a lot of good things coming in for you, a lot of good outcomes, but to get there, the biggest thing for you is don't let yourself, the same thing that gets in the way of you doing readings, don't let it get in the way of your forward progress. Like, you know, becoming your own worst enemy instead of being your own best friend, okay? Because you have so much forward movement, so much great things coming, but you also have the potential to block it all if you get a little bit too much in your head about it. And make sure that you're focusing on healing, not on the problem, on the solution. Always remember to shift that focus to the solution, okay? And good luck. I feel like you're going to get what you want. I don't know if you're going to get, you know, immediate results, because a lot of this feels like overarching themes rather than like in the moment, but I see things really moving forward for you in big ways, like almost immediate future. So that's good. Anne M. Krieger, what is your question, Anne? Hope you guys can hear me okay. All right. So guidance for Anne regarding her connection or business ideas. You definitely have some potential for a new beginning in your romantic connection, but it's not quite able to come in yet because you're still having, I don't know. Six of Pentacles suggests to me that there's something you're needing to balance. Something tangible, not like emotional or spiritual, like a tangible thing. You're trying to find balance in something. Once you do, you've got this Ace of Cups. So there is like a reawakening or a new beginning in love that can happen, but it comes after the balancing of things. And remember, this card, the Six of Pentacles, is very much about knowing who to give your energy to and not to, money, whatever, right? There's all these hands reaching out, but this person only has so many coins to give away, right? And they also need to take care of themselves first. You've got a lot of eyes on you, a lot of people who look up to you and are looking to you to see what you do. You need to, you're kind of in the midst of a choice here. And this may be about relationship, or it may be about your business ideas, or it may be about both. Like I said, they can be so closely connected. You're going to be the emperor. Like, that's a masculine energy, but you can do pretty much whatever you decide. You've just got to decide, because you've got the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles side by side, which is, again, that's about just sort of don't be afraid to make bold and big decisions, right? Because right now you're kind of at a place where everything is true, where you're like, oh, I wanted to do this, but I'm doing this, and I've got this going. There's too many irons in the fire, and when that's the case, nothing can really take root. I think you know intuitively and realistically that when you put your full energy into something, it's going to be amazing, but you're just not really sure where to go. Right now is the time to decide, because the truth is, whatever you decide, it's going to be good, it's going to be amazing. So what you have to do is decide don't decide what's going to benefit me the most right now, short term. Decide, what can I do that 5, 10, 15 years from now I'm going to be fulfilled still. I'm still going to be happy with. I'm going to feel good about. I'm going to feel good about myself doing. There's so much potential here. But again, Ten of Swords and Ten of Pentacles, a lot of your options can carry some tough consequences with them, I feel like. And so you want to make sure you're careful about that. Let me clarify that Ten of Swords. Okay. Yeah, the Ten of Swords is the choice. You've got to really make choices. You've got the Queen of Wands behind that, and also the Queen of Wands in your energy behind that, saying when you make the right decision and go after what you want, putting aside the fears, you're going to have good results. Justice upright. Ten of Cups. It's really time for you to take charge here. Okay? You're going to have to definitely tighten your circle. It's not always fun to do that, but you've got to do that here based on this Six of Pentacles. I definitely feel like all eyes are on you right now. I'm not sure why, but there's a lot of watching what you're doing to see how... It's like a lot of people are waiting to see what you do to decide what they're going to do. So from that perspective, choose wisely. The Emperor is an outcome card for you. So that says you're going to be in charge no matter what you do. You're in charge already, whether you know it or not. So make bold decisions. Don't make timid decisions. Whatever you decide, do it boldly. Okay? That's what I've got for you. I'm not going any further into that. That just feels like an hour-long reading. I'm sorry. Maybe we need to do a reading soon. That just feels like so much stuff, and I just have to tell you, trust your, the best I can tell you from a mini perspective, trust your judgment. Trust your internal judgment, okay? You're going to be okay. Woo! All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I am out of here. So, yeah, for the end of November, the air signs and earth signs are up. I'm doing fire and water. The rest of those tonight, and they'll be up by tomorrow. Yes, definitely, Anne. It looks like it. All right, you guys have a great night. Have a great weekend. Love you, mean it. And I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Thank you for participating. It was a great night. Bye, guys.